All right, let's get cooking, everybody. Chef Nanny Bubby shares a delicious recipe for one-pot creamy mac and cheese. So let's check it out. Sounds good.
Hi everyone, welcome to Nanny Bubby's Kitchen. I'm so happy that you are taking this time to gather with me. Hello to everybody in the studio, miss you dearly. Of course, I always want to say a big thank you to Chapman Automotive over here and there and on the refrigerator and everywhere you look, and also to Melissa's Produce, who provides our produce. So today we are making one-pot macaroni and cheese, creamy macaroni and cheese. And my story is this: when my kids are growing up, I always made box macaroni and cheese, you know, the creamy kind. They loved it. I loved it. Who doesn't? Come to find out, there's really not cheese in that box thing, and it may not even have real food in there. So I decided I needed to figure out how to make creamy macaroni and cheese that tasted and looked just as good as that which comes out of a box. So I tried this, and here we go. 2 2/3 cups milk, whole organic milk, and 2 2/3 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now we are going to bring this to a rolling boil. Well, that looks like a rolling boil to me. So we're going to take this 16-ounce bag of elbow macaroni and pour it in. Now, until it comes back to a rolling boil, you always want to keep stirring it. That way it won't stick to the bottom. Once it starts rolling to a boil, then you don't have to stir it quite as often. Also, you want to cook this 1 minute longer than the package directions tell you to do it. So this says 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to set my timer right here behind me for 8 minutes. And there you have it, all cooked. So off the heat, turn off the heat, and put in 1.5 to 2 cups sharp cheddar cheese, depending on how much cheese you actually like in your macaroni and cheese, and about 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. And for color, 1/2 teaspoon of sweet smoked paprika. So this gives it a depth of flavor, and it also adds color like you're used to seeing in that boxed macaroni and cheese. And give it a stir. And as it starts to melt, you will see that this is very, very juicy and still very saucy-like, and not yet quite creamy. And so if this were the middle of January rather than the middle of July, you could make a broccoli cheese soup out of this. So you would take some steamed broccoli from last night, put it in your macaroni and cheese, and serve it right out of the pot right now. But for making the full macaroni and cheese, now that it's all mixed in, you are going to take this and put the top on it for 10 minutes. So while we are waiting the 10 minutes, let me show you my very favorite thing to do with this mac and cheese. If you don't eat it all, simply put it in a Pyrex dish. I made this morning just so that I could show it to you. And let it set in the refrigerator and come cool. Once it's cold, it's very easy to cut. And you're just going to cut through it, making squares. And you're going to put them into individual Ziploc bags and freeze them. That way, when you're going out for date night, you can just pull this out of the refrigerator, warm it up for your children, and they love it, and so will you. And there you go. 10 minutes has come and gone, and look at how all of that liquid has been absorbed by the pasta. This pairs so nicely with a 1/4 pound spiral cut Hebrew National hot dog, my kids and my grandkids' very favorite. And these are not French fries. These are Ikema fries. Recipe given to you in season 1, so you can always look it up on Facebook or Instagram. A little ketchup, mustard, and right on the side, we've got macaroni and cheese. Last trick of the night. If you're serving adults, what you're going to do is you are going to take a teaspoon of truffle oil, just pour it right into that mac and cheese. Pour it right into a martini glass. There you go. How fun is that? And serve it alongside whatever fabulous dinner you're serving to the adults for the same evening. And oh my gosh, with the truffle oil, it's so good. I have to take another bite. Don't you love it? Have a great weekend, everybody.
Truffle oil makes everything better. Check out Chef Nanny Bubby on Facebook and Instagram. And thanks to Chapman Automotive for sponsoring the segment.